Did I see it when I was
You
down in the
saw it with your
fog?
perception check. That's how I'm
Okay.
saying it's there.
I'm gonna go back down and examine that door then.
I'm
I
gonna
Sure.
will.
follow.
Um,
Yeah.
you see a symbol much like the one that you see on the floor, plastered on the door.
Let's see here.
Perception check for what?
Moving through the fog.
Okay, yeah, you're okay.
If this was some kind of temple to Arden originally,
Mhm.
is there a check I could do? I don't know if it'd be religion or like dungeoneering to figure out what the purpose of this door or this room might be.
If you're going with a religious check, you know that this is basically a lock.
Mm-hmm.
That's it's guarding something.
Okay. So I don't think that this the symbol on this thing has any sort of teleportation powers or anything like that.
No, it's not. If you touch the symbol or somehow walk into the symbol, it's not going to teleport you someplace else.
Okay. Did I see that when Malik took a teleporter, he appeared on a different platform?
Yes, you did. You were out
Okay.
of the fog by then.
Alright.
If you're on these ledges,
Mhm.
you can see everything above you, or basically everything in this room. The fog's only in the center, down in the pit.
Sort of.
What do you think it is?
It's some kind of lock. I imagine it's
Well-
something to do with those platforms over there.
Do we all have to be on one or something?
Most likely, though, to do that, I imagine there's probably more symbols we'd have to find.
Is
It would
this
be-
lock
would
designed
be-
to keep something in or keep us out?
I don't know. I didn't design it.
Usually something this complex is to keep people out of them.
I'm just hoping we don't open it and find a big flaming shard dragon thing.
With birds. I think one of the things that Uncle will sort of suspect is it appears that it might be possible for us to get onto these platforms simply by jumping onto them or climbing onto them, depending
Yeah,
on how.
10 feet high.
Yeah, it
They
would be
might
possible.
they might only work and be activated when someone teleports directly onto them.
Perhaps.
Well, why
Perhaps
don't
the-
we go down there, look at the symbol, and have someone go through a teleporter?
Well, actually,
See if it does anything.
Since while
Why
we're,
don't we wait until we're actually down there looking?
I was going to say, well, the rest of you go to the door. I will move to jump up on one of the platforms.
By the way,
And we'll see.
these symbols are large enough that you can jump over them if you wanted to.
It's like I was going to say, we'll see if simply being on the platform is sufficient enough to act as a trigger.
Gestalt jumps through a portal. Nothing happens while standing on that one.
They're probably only activated when all of them are.
I really think it's too easy just to stand on all of us, just jump on them, you know?
Malik tries to climb on that one.
Nothing happens. Chris, from that view, you see that door also has a symbol on that one.
Is it locked?
Yep.
Alright. And we'll have to go out this way. I'll check down this hallway.
Yeah. we can do the same.
Scooby Dooby Doo, where are you?
Here, where? Me! There we go.
Stairway leading down seems to be collapsed.
I'm gonna investigate the room.
Inside of this room, you see you see something. You find a bunch of religious artifacts inside of this room.
Any that seem precious or historic, significant?
A few that look like they should be returned.
I'm going to take those very carefully, put them in some kind of cloth.
Sure.
Back. Anything else?
Nah, that's about it.
Alright.
It's basically crates full of building material and artifacts.
Okay.
I would assume some would probably be Dragonborn base because we're on, this island. That's hasn't been anything on here since.
Nothing Dragonborn in there.
That's weird then.
How old is this temple, anyways? Does it look like mason?
Frisk will need to roll a history.
No.
No.
Poo.
That what I was thinking. Like, does the masonry work? Does it seem like it's from an older period?
No.
Okay.
By the design, you would say no. This thing is very new.
That's strange.
Envoy.
As Gustavo sort of mentioned, Envoy glances around and simply remarks, negative. The structure here appears too contemporary, too modern to be of any particular age.
But no one's built anything here since,
Did anybody go down in that hallway where Taro is?
No.
Nope.
Okay. I didn't know if I was supposed to unlock that one part yet or
I
not.
was like, well, no one documented at the very least.
Well, last time that I was here, which was, like 3 months ago? We were last on this island?
Mhm.
It was pretty dead back then. Nothing overt.
Alright, I'm gonna check this all.
Okay. Boop.
It's weird to build a hidden temple.
Hidden temple.
Where's Olmec?
He comes in later.
Is that who's behind the hidden doors?
Maybe.
Oh my god.
Okay, you step on that one. That one takes you. Boop.
Malik tries to jump over.
Hold on. Stop. When you go through that one, Olivia, you feel a kind of like a holy aura envelop you, but nothing other than that happens.
Mm.
I'm gonna try to jump over this symbol.
Sure, you can. I don't need checks for that kind of crap.
Parkour!
Does it combat roll when it lands on the other side?
Go to this corner.
Okay, what are you
I'll
doing
try to do
there?
the same thing over this one.
Sure, you can.
Parkour!
I'm gonna
Anything.
go
He's
catch
gonna
up
look
with
around
Barrett.
this corner.
Who's that?
Like how we're getting separated here.
Hooray! I think we're both about to see the same thing.
Malik, you are looking down.
Yep.
Alright. Well, let's
Is this a doorway here?
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say the shadow made it look like that. Okay. It's closed
Yeah.
though?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I guess we should all stand by a mark then.
I will go to the room and observe.
Okay. Upon your going in, you see Olivia kind of get with a veil of holiness around her, kind of like a. She's kind of draped in white or yellow light.
Either there's
Parkour.
something
Olivia's
Either
not
there's something
moving.
particular about the timing, the order, or it might be reacting to your affinity to Ardent, Olivia. We'll have to see how it reacts to the others.
Jumping over.
Okay. Is anybody jumping on one?
I did.
Okay. Who jumped on first?
I did.
I haven't
Okay.
done it yet.
Hold on. That one is. Boop. You feel nothing. You see nothing. You hear nothing.
Hmm.
Is the
Stall.
thing around Olivia gone?
Gestalt is. I gotta remember where these guys all go. Boop. You hear nothing, feel nothing, see nothing. And Tara, you're not doing anything?
I'll go.
You going in the one above you?
Yeah.
You hear nothing, feel nothing, see nothing.
Alright, let's try this
The-
again.
I was gonna say.
Well,
did the
no. The next question is, Olivia,
So I was to ask.
if you move off of that platform, will it retain? I wonder what will happen.
Am I still glowing?
Yep.
I will step off.
The glow remains on the pillar. Like a
Okay.
beam of light's
It-
being shot
it-
down on it.
It appears
easy.
that the key is Olivia herself.
I wouldn't say that. That's jumping
Um,
conclusions.
Well, I'll try going on this one.
That lights up. The beam of light shoots down and envelops that pillar.
Olivia will get down off that. Head down. Jump over that one. Head down.
To that one?
Yep.
Boop. That one lights up.
Just weird that they're working now because you went through first.
Yeah.
Did we just guess them completely?
Well,
in the
you
right
might have
order?
You might have just came in right after, so I got pushed off before there was time for the thing to light up.
Can I try?
Jump over that one.
No. And go on to this one.
Okay. Actually, Chris, there was an order to this. You got them all right.
That's what I thought.
Chris had to do it, and there was an order to him.
I thought
we're
it was
both-
an order.
And he
So we're
got
both
him
right.
His guesses were 100% correct.
I am amazing.
The reason why
Wow.
I knew there had to be an order was you would have said something because you went through first, and it wouldn't matter if I went like.
Mhm.
Chris
afterwards.
went through this
Yeah.
one first. So
Yeah.
that's why there was no setup for it. He had to have gone through this one first.
That's why I'm like, it has to be at least an order.
The fog sinks into the ground, or gets pulled out of the room, and you hear two distinct clicks.
Well, I'm amazing.
It's a lot better than that last puzzle that almost none of you were here for.
I'm gonna open that one.
Okay, those doors are extremely hard to open.
I'm gonna help.
Very heavy doors.
Will help. Yes.
You push them open. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. And you see a very elaborate room. And a man standing inside of it.
Hi, man.
I'm going to walk in.
We've seen him.
He
Oh,
pays you guys no mind. He is sitting at a table looking at a book.
hello there.
Can I see what book he's reading?
Ardent and you. No, he's,
The Ardent Sutra.
Ardent for dummies.
I at least recognize him, right?
yeah. If you guys have seen him before, you guys know who, you know who he is.
I was saying, how many people in this party have seen him, though?
I have.
We saw him appear with Cypher.
I'm probably me and Envoy are probably the only ones that haven't.
I haven't.
Well, even I was gonna say, even then, Envoy was there. He was just. It was his first day.
Oh, this is the guy. This is the guy that was in the city.
Yeah.
Oh.
The unknown.
I'm guessing we
Hold
can
on.
feel the immense magical energy.
Yes,
coming off
if
this
you have
dude.
Arcana, you are afraid of him. Somehow
saying
there
how-
are goosebumps rippling across Envoy's metal.
Envoy knows no
Beep,
fear.
Olivia.
beep, boop.
Olivia,
Bebop.
you see the book that he's reading is The Origin and Legend of Ardent.
You are not Delhi. What are you doing in this temple?
He still ignores you.
Hello there, unknown.
Hello there, strange guy.
Be careful to say my name.
Oh, walk closer towards them.
You're going to want to be really careful with this one, Olivia.
He sits back in his chair. Sits back in the chair with the book still open.
I'm going to look towards the stuff on the walls.
Tomes, scrolls, all containing history of Ardent, his power, his rise to power, his goals. Pretty much if you spend time in here, you will find the full collective knowledge of Arden.
I'm gonna start taking things that seem very, very thorough.
Okay, the minute you try to take something, he flickers out and flickers back, right next to you, puts his hand on your shoulder and says, "I'm not quite done reading this."
And you are.
If you don't
speak.
know who I am, then my reputation precedes me.
A curious answer. But I do wonder what you have that makes you believe that you lay claim to Arden's lore.
Oh God.
I lay claim to anything I wish.
Be really careful with him.
Now, I will ask this once. Put them down.
May I ask why you're so interested in them? You don't seem to be a religious man yourself.
I have my own interests.
That seems to be a poor answer for this sort of situation.
When you're a man like myself, you're allowed to have poor answers. You feel his grip tighten on your shoulder.
I'm actually going to.
If you-
go down.
If you wish to intimidate me, that's your own choice, but I won't stand by and watch precious pieces of Arden's history be sat around and perhaps destroyed in this attack.
Oh, it's going to stay preserved.
How do you propose that? This
It's
entire
leaving
facility is
with
being
me.
bombed from the outside.
It's leaving with me.
You plan to take all of this.
Yes,
To what means?
my means are my own.
Why are
Continue.
you in here?
To test me, you're going to force my hand. Turn your character to the... You idiot.
It's like I kind of go. I do what he says. Trust me.
You want to allow me to let a thief take all of the history of my god and abscond with it?
I'm just saying. It's one of
Olivia.
those things where he's not one to mess with.
I believe the last time that we witnessed this individual, the influence he pulled was quite formidable.
We couldn't stop him even if we wanted to. Or rather, even if we tried. So,
No intention of stopping him. This isn't something that should have to be resorted to violence.
It's going down that road.
Always resort to violence.
That is not Arden's way.
I don't give a shit what Arden's way is.
But you give quite a lot of interest towards his lore and his history.
Gods are meant to be broken.
In what way?
You'll soon see.
Olivia, this one would recommend that to prevent an unnecessary altercation that we
He kind of
try not to agitate the matter.
laughs a little bit at the word altercation. That's an adorable little word.
I'm not stupid, Envoy. I'm well aware that this man could probably tear me apart if he wanted to. I'm in not much of a state to fight anyway. However, it does not mean I'm just going to sit by and watch him take my entire god's history. Furthermore, I'm not going to let him go without knowing exactly why he's choosing to do this.
I'm just saying he's asking you to put things down for the moment. I would just do that for the moment. And then we might be able to converse more about it afterwards.
he never said he was going to keep it indefinitely.
I'm just talking about the current 5 seconds from now.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll draw her hand from the,
The pile.
yeah, but she is going to put it on the pommel of her sword.
The minute you put your hand on the pommel of your sword, you feel immense pain shoot through your body. It feels as if you're being pulled apart from the inside. before he lets go of your shoulder, blinks back, and resumes sitting in the chair.
I'm going to carefully.
I was gonna say, did you fall at all? during that?
Yeah.
Okay, I bring you back up.
I don't know if that does damage.
It would have brought you to 1 HP. Yeah.
Okay, well, this is the
If
big thing.
it's
to
not
know.
going to, no, it's not going to actually physically do damage to you, but you're going to react as if it brought you to 1 HP.
Well, here's the thing. I have no surges left,
Uh
so I almost don't know if that would just borderline knock her out at that point.
huh. Then if you want to play it that way, go ahead.
I don't want to knock her out, but she basically... I don't think she can recover on her own from that.
Okay.
That's all. I'll help you up.
I'm going to carefully approach the table because I don't want to get too close to this guy, but I'll ask him anyways.
Malik, you moved that close to him.
Excuse me. May I ask you a question?
What's the pretender want?
Alec raises an eyebrow to the title, but what are your plans with Ardent?
There are no real plans for Ardent. Just his history.
Speaking of which,
Very curious.
What about his
He throws a book at Alexis.
Olivia?
Olivia.
Waka waka.
Your name is now Alexis, just to make Randy's life
It's-
easier.
A pain in my ass to try to remember. Because it was 30 fucking sessions of Alexis. Now I had to go to Olivia.
Yeah.
It's not my fault.
Yeah, it is, because we dreamt of a story that would be awesome. And
It wasn't my fault she got captured in the first place, though.
yeah, that's the party's fault.
Hey, I tried.
Didn't try hard enough.
That's.
But
Anyways,
yeah, he throws a book at Olivia. I almost did it again, and basically says for you to look at page 246, paragraph 13, and it's a very large tome.
I'm going to kind of prop myself up against the bookcase and start looking through the book to the section he's referring to.
A little hard to hear you, Chris.
He was just fading away from his mic, I bet. Basically, what you're reading is that Ardent was the first god to be ascended to power. That somebody, in fact, gave him the power he wields now.
And this is not a fact generally known within the church.
Nope. This is not known for you. It's known within the church for the higher ups, but you wouldn't have figured this out.
Okay. So Arden was once human like us.
All of the gods were.
And why does this fascinate a man like you so much?
If you want to learn about your enemy, find more of his enemies.
And who would your enemy be?
It seems like everyone now.
You don't do yourself well to lend yourself to finding allies.
I don't need allies with this power.
You plan to join the gods.
No,
he plans to kill them.
I plan to have them rejoin us.
Oh,
He stands up, phases through Malik going over here, pulls up another tome, comes back over here, throws at Alexis or Olivia again. Can't help it.
I know.
Alexis, too.
Alexis Jr.
Page 1221. Paragraph 16.
And she'll flip to that one.
And you see a picture of a man you've never seen before. With him basically with a picture of Ardent being raised to the heavens. If you're looking for God, that's God.
Who is the one in the picture?
I have a suspicion.
Care to share your theory?
You're trying to kill him.
Tevesh.
Seriously?
You believe this Tevesh is one that is able to grant God the ability to be a god unto others?
He was once one of them.
Great. Now we have to fight a fallen god. Fantastic.
Oh, he's not fallen.
Oh, so we have to fight a god
Who walks among us?
Yeah.
who also has Alexis.
So, when you say you plan to bring the gods back to us. What are you meaning by that?
Exactly what I implied.
That they walk among us like Tevesh, or that you bring them back to mortal?
Mortality is something everybody must face. And actually that kind of rings true to Olivia. Even though it's completely misguided.
I'm going to, well, take a step back, not to offend the man, and then ask him, once you're done with all of these books, all of this reading, what do you intend to do with them?
Probably burn them.
That appears to be an unnecessary action to take.
The history of the gods must stay unknown.
If that were to be the case, you would burn them before you read them. Any individual knowing them preserves the knowledge of the information. Therefore, in order to for them to remain unknown, no one should know of them.
You're a mouthy little shit, aren't you?
Waiting for the sarcastic joke.
I don't think it's actually gonna come. I
Oh,
don't think Envoy
damn.
wants to die. No.
This one lacks a mouth, unfortunately. So the description does not seem to be valid.
Yay!
Envoy, just be quiet now.
Would you like me to make you one?
No.
Probably look weird.
Envoy, if you could feel fear, you'd be afraid now.
That's it.
I mean, Envoy is aware that this.
Yeah, he knows the power. He can technically understand what fear is.
Envoy witnessed this guy control the Dalhai.
Yeah, he understands the danger, but I don't think he understands fear.
No, like Envoy is aware. The Envoy only had. There is a question Envoy is compelled to ask, though.
You can ask it.
It's like this one has a simple question to ask that is not related to this particular topic.
He just kind of like sighs and sits back in the chair.
The last time this unit witnessed you, it appeared to be a high amount of control that you exacted over other Dalhai, if this unit is not mistaken. This unit was apparently not under that influence, though, and it is unclear as to why that was the case.
You're not Del High. Anybody with eyes can see that. But luckily for you, I don't need eyes to see that.
This unit is not Dalhai. Then what is it?
He stands up, appears in front of you, puts his hand on your shoulder. You doing anything?
No.
Okay.
Everyone's fleeing.
I
Oh
don't wanna
god.
be near this guy.
He's gonna throw shrapnel everywhere. And you feel strange. This is something you haven't felt before. You feel like his power is kind of pouring through you. You're kind of like feeling like you're like if somehow a robot can get high. But
There's the Zen riddle for you.
you feel very fort. He says,
Pumpkins.
"You're made from Delhi, and there's a little bit of myself and one other inside of you." Huh. Cipher.
Ah, darn.
What are you trying
I was trying to see under his hood.
to... You could look. You don't need a perception check for that. Unless you're trying to do it sneakily.
No.
That's an interesting revelation there.
He lets go of your shoulder. There's a slight singe mark, handprint on your shoulder. Before he teleports back there.
How do you read if you don't have any eyes?
Everybody in the room feels the magic that's being pulsed out from pretty much intensify. Anybody who doesn't have an Arcana, it just feels like, you know when you get that feeling where something like the hair in the back of your neck stands up and goosebumps and shit like that happen?
Yeah.
That's what you guys are feeling right now.
That's
Chill.
weird.
Some Varric scales itches.
And Envoy beat boobs.
Does that answer your question?
Not particularly.
It's a magic thing.
The magic is my eyes.
It's magic.
The gods cannot be trusted.
And you can be.
No.
Hell no.
Then I'm not quite sure why you bother saying that.
Just giving you a warning.
I'd prefer you give me the books.
That's not going to happen.
So it seems, and she's going to lift herself back up using her sword as sort of like a support.
Thought I helped you up.
She's sort of sudden. She's really fucked up right now.
Owie!
That's why I'm trying to keep you up, is because I'm used to being beaten to shit.
If you're looking for a nap, this is probably the safest place for that. He stands on the table here, puts his arms out, and everything that's not tied down starts to shake, and pretty much... Go ahead.
I'm kind of imagining what's about to happen, and I'm going to say, I do not know who you are, but if you don't return those books once you're done with them, when all this is done, I will find you, and I will make you pay.
Everything drops to the floor,
Gestalt actually laughs at that because
I'm
that's,
like
that
gonna
is
stand my
cute.
breath, like, seriously.
He grabs you by the throat and picks you up into the air.
She's trying to get herself killed. I'm convinced.
You really want to meet your god, don't you?
I have values that I stick to.
Well, let's see how your god understands all of this. And Chris did it again. You feel a very immense pain rip through your body. Everybody just sees Olivia's body go completely limp. He lets go. She drops to the floor. And he pretty much looks towards the party and says, "Does anybody else have anything to say?"
Nah.
He walks back to the table, steps back on top of it, puts his arms back out, pulls everything towards him. The whole room shakes as he disappears with everything. Chris.
Yes.
No, hold on. What? Everybody else?
I was just gonna say, I'm
check
clenching
Olivia.
fists.
Olivia does not look very well. Skin's pale. She shit herself. Because you know when you die, you just kind of lose control of your bowels. No, she pale. You don't see her chest moving if you're looking at her boobs.
Why wouldn't you be?
They're kind of sticking out.
Yeah, she doesn't look good. Her eyes have glazed over.
She'd be dead, yo.
Slightly gray. With a little speckle of blood coming from both of her ears and one of her nostrils.
If we shake her, is there a sloshing sound from inside her head?
Are you really gonna do that?
No.
That's a negative heal check. Yeah, she looks like Gestalt. Ugly.
Huh.
No.
Dead inside.
I got a friend.
Just carry her around with you.
And I'll braid her here.
This is my girlfriend.
That movie.
Chris.
Yes.
Everything goes white for you. You feel immense pain. I'm just backtracking. You feel immense pain before pretty much everything goes completely dark. Then you see a very faint light in the distance. Of where you're at now.
Okay. Do I have a compulsion to go towards the light?
That's up to you. It is a yellow light.
Yellow like gold or
Yes.
gold like ardent?
If you want to make that assumption, yes.
I'll head towards the light.
Something I wasn't expecting to hear to say. Role play going towards the light.
You slowly walk towards it. You feel warmer and warmer as you go. Before slowly the light gets bigger. Blah 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 blah. Before no time, the whole room just envelops in this very yellow, golden, radiant light. Too much to where their point. It's blinding. I'm assuming you're going to shield your eyes. You shield your eyes, and then you feel that warmth go away slightly. And when you raise your hand from your eyes again, you see that you're inside this massive temple. And you hear a voice from behind you and says, "Well, that was rather stupid."
I'm going to turn around.
You see pretty much a large winged, golden-clad, armored figure floating about 3 feet off the ground. You immediately recognize who the fuck it is.
It's Bahamut, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh god, the music swells.
It appears I failed you.
No, you just did something incredibly stupid. I understand the protection you have over my artifacts. But as long as we still live on, the history of Ardent will stay.
Agreed. I just do not like submitting to fear.
Sometimes fear will save your life. Or at least acknowledging when you're outmatched.
But it seems so.
What the hell was that noise?
That's the cat picking the most inopportune times to feel like I want in.
Mood killer.
It seems you have found the library the Delhi have been creating.
The library.
One of them.
Why are the Delhi creating a library?
They're Delhi. They have many reasons for what they do. Some completely unknown to even myself.
And you yourself were created by the leader of the Delhi.
That is something I wish for the history books not to remember. But we removed him from play a long time ago.
He being Tevish.
You are correct. Tevish is the one true god.
And yet he walks on plane.
Oh, we can walk on planes. We
If
just
the
choose
god-
not to mingle with mortals.
If the gods can interact with our world, then why is there no interference? If the god is already at play, why are the other gods not intervening?
Let's say some of us are at a disagreement of how to interact with this.
A conflict between the gods.
If it were. I myself am torn between even acting.
What concerns do you have?
I am god of the circle of life. Life, death, everything that envelops that realm. Though I do shun against unnatural death, I can't say for sure if this is the natural selection for this plane.
You believe this might be what ultimately is the natural death of Ardent.
It is possible. As I said, I don't know yet. Nishburo is ready for war. But that's kind of what you'd expect from God of Chaos and War and Storm.
Are the Delhi themselves, in the way they exist, not unnatural to our cycle?
If Tevish had his way, yes. Or no.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand that.
If Tevish had his way, it would not be unnatural for this cycle.
Oh, okay.
He wishes to create a new standard through victory.
Tevish's goal was perfection. The perfect life forms. I disagreed with his arguments, through which I made Nishburo a god. And, hold on. Benketta, that's his name. Didn't even have to open the book. Figured that out on my own. Woohoo! From which Nishburo and myself made Benketta a god. Together we were able to remove Tevish from this plane.
You were able to defeat him.
Defeat is such a loose word.
Drive him away, at least.
For now. But as it seems, he's back.
I don't mean to question, but if Tevish is indeed the god, the first god, and the other gods aren't going to intervene quite yet, what chance do mortals have to stop him?
Gods can die. There are ways.
But gods
Tevish may be still a god, but he doesn't wield the same exact power he did all those years ago.
Regardless, he still has an army large enough to crush ours.
This be it true, but without Tevish, that army stands with no goal.
I can't believe it natural to become those machines.
It's one step in his process. That's his war army. We have yet to see his full grand design. Those aren't the outcome of his perfection. They're just the means of making the perfection happen.
And he's creating his perfection off in Rye, or...
I can't say for sure. I don't venture outside of this plane. As far as I know, he has yet to create his perfection. But it seems he needs more space to continue his search.
more space, so that's why he's conquering our Ardent.
Space and lives. And he may be a tad bit vindictive of what we've done to him.
Am I dead?
You see me, don't you? Yes. But not for long.
I don't understand.
Your fight's not quite over yet.
But bringing me back goes against the natural order.
Every now and then, the rules are meant to be broken. Plus, I don't quite count the unknown as natural.
Is that who that man is?
Yes.
What is he?
Very powerful, a former-ish assassin, whose powers rival those of Cypher.
He feels like he's cheating.
Some can say Cypher does the same thing. Cypher is just a hair away from creating other dimensions, other worlds. That man can level the entire planet if he wishes.
That kind of power is on level with what the gods can do.
It even rivals some of ours. We may be able to create planes and things like that, but some of his powers allow complete manipulation of the worlds. If he was given enough time to do so. He could end up being stronger than us all.
Is there any... Well, hold on. Are you saying then that you're sending me back?
Yes.
And I'll retain the information I learned in this conversation?
Yes.
Is there any advice or anything that we can do that will give us an edge in this war?
The Delhi have been creating temples to me, trying to bridge a link between my plane and theirs. They wish to wage war here.
How do we stop that?
Destroy every goddamn temple you find.
Where are they?
Pretty much a map appears in the sky behind them that basically looks like a constellation of the world. And you see bright blue dots appear, pointing out a couple of locations. These three are the ones I can know of, or I know of now.
Is it possible for him to invade your plane using the other god's powers?
My plane? My plane specifically? No. But I think at this moment Nishburo is welcoming their invasion if they come to his. I don't even know if Tevish is that stupid.
And Ben Ketta?
Ben Ketta's an odd one. He has been sitting on the fence for a very long time on this subject. I believe he can hold his own. But as the Dalhai are, the numbers will overwhelm everybody.
How many fronts the Delhi possibly planning to fight this war on?
Every imaginable one. Looking at a man who has two goals: revenge and his own perfection. He will stop at nothing to make those doom trains go away.
We'll make those doom trains go away.
Yes. He will stop at nothing to make his goals.
He must be stopped.
Well, that's something we can agree on. Now, if you
And
would,
doom trains.
if you could just...
I believe your train's here.
No, actually, it is your train.
Whoa!
Whoa! That,
How do you think I'm sending you back?
On a doom train.
Fuck you, Doom Train. His goals are being... The Doom Train goes away. You don't see his face. Let me just... You know what Arden looks like, don't you?
Yeah,
I believe I've already...
big golden thing.
Boop! Drop him off where he is. Stop free scrolling, mouse, thank you. He takes his sword and basically cuts at the air to the side, and in what forms from the slash, it seems to be a rift, and you're looking at everybody gathered around your body. I believe it's time for you to go home.
I hope to not meet you again until it's the right time.
Take my words, remember them and use them. This fight is nowhere near over.
Your will be done. And she's going to do the symbol of Arden.
Okay. Stepping through the rift.
Yep.
Okay. Everybody in the party. Olivia gasps for breath and
zombie!
pretty much pitches forward, sitting up like, just pulling an Undertaker. Chris, you have all your surges back.
She must
Yay!
have some great
All your surges, all your dailies, anything you have spent is back.
Stand by my screaming of zombie.
Kill it with fire.
How long has it been since Olivia was out?
About 30 seconds, maybe.
Okay.
Zombie.
You pooed yourself.
Envoy's facial expression is exactly what it is at all times, and it remarks, Olivia, you appear significantly better than you were just a few moments ago.
I would imagine so. She's going to straighten herself up and stand up, dusting herself off.
You still have a little bit of blood from your ear, both your ears and your nose.
And poop.
No poop.
You mentioned poop.
I was joking, goddammit.
I thought poop was canon.
No, poop's not canon.
Aw.
Can I feel the blood on her nose?
Yeah.
Okay, she's going to turn away from the party and wipe it off.
Okay.
Speaking of blood, there's little pools of blood directly below my fists.
Are you alright, Varric?
Just angry.
I believe we all are. She's
Getting
gonna look
yourself
around.
killed gives you an extended rest. Yay!
She's going to look around the room, see that it's empty.
Yep.
I believe there's still more of this complex to go through.
Indeed there is. Shall we move on?
I believe so.
Understood.
So we're really going to acknowledge the whole coming back from the dead thing then, huh?
Envoy simply remarked that she appears better, and she didn't seem to want to get into it.
It seems it wasn't my time yet.
I continue to stand by what I just said.
Of course, you took a gamble on that one, by the way.
Yeah, right.
If I would have killed you the way that he normally does, there's no coming back, Chris. There's no body to go back to. You're a stain on the wall.
Oh.
Lazy
Well,
assassin.
is it like... Envoy will remark, while it may appear unusual for Olivia's condition to be how it is given what we just saw, she appears to be just as she was before being on the ground. Her drive and dedication appears unaltered, and her focus appears to be just as it was. This unit assumes that Olivia is fit and well enough to move on forward unless there's anything further to be discussed.
I don't believe there is, unless anyone has any questions.
I have questions, but we'll talk later.
Good.
Understood.
She's going to summon her armor and swing her sword. Because I feel like I have some aggression to get out.
Then by all means, let's leave.
Lead the way, Olivia.
Where are we going?
Up here.
Opening?
I was gonna say the snarky thing, like everyone
Alexis
like,
or Olivia just kicks open the doors
Kapoo!
like a
Still,
boss.
everyone's leaving. Like I muttered to myself, every fucking day just gets weirder.
And weird.
I'm wondering why nobody's even remarking that Envoy's seemingly part cipher-ish in his power source, but
I was more concerned about the person who died.
Me too. We can address that later.
anyways,
You hear a lot of like very small movement in here, like clitter clattering.
Oh, those dickheads.
Clitter clattering. That's
Walk
it.
forward.
Interesting.
Envoy's
Hold
always
on.
going to try to stay in lock, and well, not necessarily lockstep,
Boop.
but
You.
Boop.
I don't see him yet. I think I probably do see him because I'm fucking.
Envoy
Let me.
sees the Revenant.
Eh, eh, eh. There we go.
Just remembering, it was the Revenant that sent Alexis to.
Yup.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay. So, Envoy. He doesn't have any facial expression to use.
The constructors look to pay no mind to you guys. They're just. I'm not going to put as many tokens on the floor as there are actually amounts of them. But they're pretty much just kind of roaming everywhere. You see them moving, like, you'll see like a large cinder block being moved with hundreds of them underneath it. Basically, like, they're building this place.
I'm considering doing something stupid here.
I'm gonna walk out and I'm going to look at the Revenant.
I'm gonna walk out and see the Revenant.
How do I
Anybody
turn
else?
them? Set facing. How do I do that?
What you want
Nope.
to do?
I'm going to turn them around.
There.
Yeah,
Put your
flip.
face. How do you do that?
Flip.
Flip.
Right click, flip, horizontal.
Flip. Thank you.
And you also be like, "Wah!"
Stop it, Chris. Put him back.
He's sleeping!
Put him back.
Does a handstand.
Thank you, Chris. Ah.
Breakdancing Revenant.
You, I know, are Del High.
No shit.
I'm not
Waka
laughing at her.
waka.
In reference to the fact that we just met the unknown.
Yeah. Envoy just sort of remarks, the last time we had encountered, Alexis was taken away from us because of you.
This
I was gonna
thing
say, I'm
took
gonna speak up
Alexis.
very loudly about this. Fact.
What does Vera do?
I'm pretty much gonna say very loudly towards the Revenant, you! Where is she?
Waka waka.
Oh, the scene, if it was just done
Yeah.
Where is she? Waka Waka? I said, where is she?
Damn it!
Tell me where she is!
I
He's
don't
like
know where
peeking up.
Waka Waka is.
He's like peeking up behind this thing. Waka waka.
He lifts one of his claws and, or one, not one, the one that he has, and pretty much beckons Varg to him.
Very,
Well, that shit.
yeah. Like, I will say that very, this one suggests not taking this suggestion seriously.
A very gargled, if you want to know, I shall show you.
Very. This one surmises that would lead to your demise.
Really. Thank you for the information.
You're welcome.
I am not here to kill.
Sweet, live and let live. Goodbye. No.
Then bring her back.
You hear its voice change and it goes, no.
Is that a voice we've heard before?
Hmm.
Gestalt, you would have.
That's right.
Okay, I'm gonna keep that
'Cause
little
you're one of the-
factoid to myself.
You're one of the dumbasses who did the whole thing.
Yeah, I
with
got
the-
stabbed before.
Yeah. If you would wish to see where she is, I can show you.
What is the name of this place?
It doesn't give you a reply for that.
I have a pretty good guess as to where Alexis is.
I also don't know the name of it.
Well, the fact that he's saying show it to us, you know, at least it makes it sound like Alexis is still alive.
Hmm.
Alive in air quotes.
Well, yeah.
She may have already been turned into one of the Del High.
Yes, quiet, Chris.
Or she might not. At least let's have some hope.
Who wants to get stabbed?
I'll get stabbed.
Really?
No.
Seriously?
Yeah, I'll get stabbed. Why the
Fucking
fuck not?
seriously?
I've been stabbed before.
Is somebody going up to take his offer?
I'm taking the
You're going
offer.
to not come back. He's taking you.
Yeah. Envoy will try to grab at Gestalt to keep him from moving in.
What the fuck is wrong with you guys? Are you that stupid?
Hey, Olivia just got killed and came back, okay? And I'm the dumb one?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Yes, then I'm also dumb, but I really want to know the state of Alexis right now.
I'm like, no, get the fuck back here. He's going to take you where she is, and you're going to die. Get the fuck back here. Stop being an idiot.
If he wanted to take us, we wouldn't be standing here.
My fucking god, what the hell's wrong with you?
You approach him.
I approach him.
I just throw my hands up in the air. I'm like, fucking seriously.
The massive claw lifts up into the air, slams through your shoulder, pinning you to the ground.
Deja vu.
When he lifts his claw up,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use Gaze of Defiance on him. Crit.
Okay.
So, 14 plus an additional 4, so 18 psychic damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to run up to him.
I actually did have a plan.
A stupid one.
I want to know,
No.
Olivia has never met the Revenant before, so when it raised its claw to break it, to go down on your face, she kind of just assumed it was attacking you.
Yeah, I was planning on the fact that when it
He's
hit
not
me,
stopping the attack, though. What Chris is doing is a reaction to what he's doing.
Okay.
The Revenant is still doing what he's doing.
And when he does that, push.
What's with the crits?
Hi, Varrig.
You're still an idiot.
Yeah, but it worked.
Worked what?
What are you doing? You just made him miss you.
I have no intention of being stabbed by that fucking thing.
Then why'd you even
So what was
walk
the
over
point?
there?
So I can land that attack. We're gonna fight this thing anyway.
My fucking god.
Roll initiative.
Backhand.
If you guys want.
Just gonna take Varrig's normal stance. Just like, you guys are.
Actually, my
If
demeanor's changed too.
If you don't wish to see where she is,
You realize that you pissed this thing off, and now he's going to actually try to teleport you now. You've pretty much asked him to do it.
Envoy actually will make the observation. It will only attempt to do so if we stay. If you remember, I was the first one to attack it the last time we saw it, and it had no interest in taking me away. Simply Alexis. It is not in our best interest to fight this one. Furthermore, it doesn't have any interest in fighting us unless, if only to just simply take us to where it took Alexis.
I did not say I shall take. I said I shall show.
Then show me. I need to bring her back.
Okay. The claw lifts up into the air again. And slams through your shoulder, pinning you to the ground. Malik, everything you see goes black. And all you see yourself pretty much a room slowly starts to take shape, and you see slowly you start to begin to make out what looks to be Alexis's face with the look of pure shock on it. As the full image comes in, you see thousands of reconstructors swarming over top of her. Her body filleted open, and various utensils jabbed inside of her. You see incision from pretty much sternum to belly button. Both of her thighs are open, and pretty much her bicep and forearm are completely open.
Alexis!
And then everything fades, and you see yourself looking right back into the eyes of the Revenant.
Where is that?
Batman.
You are.
Where is she?
You're brought to 1 HP. and he pulls his claw out of your shoulder. Takes his club, bashes you over the side of the head, throwing you back this way. You're unconscious for a few moments before regaining it.
Envoy will.
Behind the Revenant?
No, you can see a faint hallway behind him.
What's behind you?
He kind of tilts his head to the side. More to this room.
Can we see?
He steps up.
I'll walk by him, watching his claws. If he tries to raise one, I'm going to react to it.
Sure, you do so. Scooby-doo-bop, bop. Oops, not what I wanted to do. Okay. That's that symbol that's there. You can't see it, but I'll describe when you get near it.
Okay.
The one on the thing.
Yeah.
Squizzy. Yeah, you guys are gonna ignore him. He's probably gonna bleed out.
Yeah, we kind of just walk past the guy who just flung across the room with a giant hole in his shoulder. Bye.
Envoy will make him use a second one as a no action, so he at least stabilizes up. So
Sure.
Well, he can't do a hope.
He regained consciousness, but he's still like bleeding out.
Bye,
Did you
healer.
say 1 HP?
Oh.
Yeah,
Walk
you're 1
back.
HP. You got knocked out when he hit you, but you're awake now. You're only out for like 25 seconds.
I'll walk over and give you a couple healing words.
Sure.
Well, I believe there's more to this facility to see.
indeed there is, Olivia.
Plenty I believe we missed as well.
Okay. Continuing to look on.
I'm actually going to suggest
Actually-
that we don't miss anything important and we head back to like these areas.
You meant there's this area here.
I meant that
this
there's
area.
like stuff here that we've missed.
Sure.
Which here? This here?
No.
Behind
down
you
past,
guys.
Past the room of fog to where all the teleporter
Oh,
things
all
were.
that stuff
Right,
down there. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
missed all that.
So yeah, this area down there. That is fine. Envoy will wait for the others at least to leave first, and then he will follow behind after they leave.
Chris, are you actually giving me a actual healing word? with those
Yeah.
stunts?
Yeah, you get basically 2 healing surges plus 36.
Pew 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 pew. I like how I can shake my mouse hard enough, and it'll zoom in as my wheel moves. Let me lock that wheel down so it doesn't do that. Okay, where are you guys headed off to? Are you going to continue looking into this place up here, or are you going to
I'm-
venture down more?
I'm going to suggest venturing down, or venturing back and seeing, make sure we didn't miss anything.
Sure.
So
We'll be
are
back in a
leaving-
few.
So we're leaving the Revenant alone then.
Yep.
Yes.
He's the only Dalhai outside of like one other one that's never ever been aggressive towards you guys.
Yeah.
And,
Well, we keep
I,
attacking them just 'cause.
and I still remember my knowledge check in which the main influence I got was
It's off.
I'm not supposed to fight this thing.
Yeah.
I don't know about aggressive.
I mean, he does stab people.
Well, as in
And
it does it didn't initiate the fight.
True.
Okay, you guys can move.
I didn't fight it though.
That's you haven't watched prior sessions then. That's
Yeah,
how
that-
he
that's
shows
how-
people things.
Right. That is not an attack necessarily. It is its only way of showing you the other realm or taking you there is to do that.
Yep.
That isn't
Smacking
an
across
attack.
the room, though, is new.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
No, he did it to you
Oh,
guys
really?
when he took Alexis.
Oh, that's right.
See? Haha.
Ha ha.
I just don't remember
Hey,
him.
Fiction
impaling
lover,
somebody in the
what you see
shoulder.
on the screen, you can't actually give away to anybody who's playing. Go ahead.
Salt, you coming down?
Okay, so where are you guys going?
I was gonna say,
Jumping over.
after we close the door, like behind us,
Mhm.
Sure.
I was going to say,
You hear construction resuming inside of that room.
next time we're in that room, we need to let Odan know to nuke the hell out of that one spot, and maybe finally kill that thing.
Agreed.
Because I think that might be
I
the
agree.
only way to actually kill it.
Never gonna kiss me.
Anybody else think that's a good idea?
I agree.
I agree.
It is the safest method at which to make to launch an attack against it for the time being.
Apparently, when you
Attacking
attack
it with our
crit.
hands is a really stupid idea. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Okay, you guys are going down. Blah, 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 where? So I know. Moving along.
I would say to the room with the first one basically we missed, the one with the blue lines to the left of when we first entered.
There.
So this one here?
That one.
Okay.
Dog.
Very. I know you don't like Envoy, but I didn't know you didn't like him that much.
The door seems to be loosely unlocked.
Envoy will just sort of nod softly and
I exist again.
Chris! Inside this room, you see more artifacts.
Ooh, artifacts.
Oh, it's an artifact room? Neat.
It's an
Get over
artifact
here.
room. You also see some magical instruments inside of here that seem to be religious in nature.
I want to examine.
Yes,
these
they're
with
ardent
sharpness.
facts.
I like we both saw at the same time. And it's
Ardent facts.
Ardent facts.
I would like to examine these artifacts.
Ardent facts. You find a bunch of
God.
ardent facts. Enchanted statuettes, some busts of ardent, a couple of decorative paintings of symbols of his,
Fucking hell, chair. Stop.
a rumored map of his temple.
I'm going to definitely take the rumored map of his temple.
And it says that in bold letters. A rumored map of his temple.
I'm like, how very specific. I'm going to take what little I can carry, but the rest I'm just going to basically absorb in my memory.
You see nothing of, like, actual, like, this needs to be stayed with Ardent's history or something like that. It just seems like a bunch of things connected to him that have part of his power inside of it.
Okay.
That have been, quote-unquote, blessed by him.
I just start breaking them to suck all the power out.
Your soul is mine.
Something like a
I was
cat.
actually imagining the scenes from South Park with Christopher Reeves.
Yeah.
Fucking fetuses. Is that what you were doing?
Yeah, a little bit. With the busts and statuettes.
Idiots.
That's
Where are we
like
going?
the grossest thing. Alright, if that's... I'll just do a quick perception to make sure I don't miss anything in the room.
Nothing.
Okay. Then I suggest we'll head south.
No, not
Yes.
enter. Delete.
When you guys walk out, you see that Barry kind of puts his gloves back on. Gauntlets back on.
Is that everybody in the initiative? Or who am I missing?
Me.
Tara.
Talk.
Add to initiative. Okay, there we go. That's all I want is everybody in the initiative for later.
all right. Go up to this door here.
You hear some noise!
Parkour!
Parkour.
I had to
Very.
parkour over that thing. Parkour
Very.
over everybody.
Very. This unit recommends that you use your face to open the door.
Malik opens door.
With your face?
No, with hand. Face
Damn.
is stupid.
Face is stupid.
Bad, Varric. Don't use face for doors.
Ah!
Symbols.
Aren't meant for doors.
Roll it!
Where's my...
Hooray, it's not terrible!
Oh, wow, that's a low initiative.
Wow, that's a really high initiative.
BRB.
24,
Oh, that's
hooray!
why. I was looking at somebody else's.
That was mine.
It's sad that this is not my worst.
Is it okay? I forget how
Sorting
how annoying.
in 3, 2,
No. No.
1. Are you good now?
Yes.
Sort.
I'm not last.
I wonder how. I forgot how much.
I am.
How much of a badass were those artificers?
Pretty badass.
Okay.
Just let everybody know,
Boop!
I'm pretty fucked. Let's continue.
Who can I get here? 1.
Yeah, for reference, I have about 4 healing surges.
I can get 2 of you. Misses both. Malik.
Huh. Okay.
Yes, that was not the Indiana Jones thing.
Minor action. I will take duelist assault and hit it with my sword.
Crit.
Yay! Oh crap! I got to do math now.
Oh.
That is
yeah.
the worst.
It really is.
Envoy, take your turn while he's doing math.
Because there's nobody that's gonna die from him. Yeah, yeah.
Let's see here. I'm just doing those to see what it is I'm working with here.
Nah, Envoy, I'm serious. He's not doing anything else after this, so go ahead.
I'm
and
just double
execute
checking
him.
one thing real quick about. All right. All right.
Oh,
What I'll do is Armither step first, so I can get through the door and to the other side of this guy here,
Sure.
and then I'm actually gonna be hitting Artificer too. So, what I'll be doing is I'll be using my daily health spike assault. The first attack will be against the Artificer 2 in front of me. Oh shit,
20 over
that's
6.
24
Nope.
versus reflex.
Oh, versus reflex. 24 versus reflex. I barely hit.
Okay, that will do the following damage on that unit. That will be health spike assault. 15 plus 11, so 26 damage. I teleport 5 squares to the other artificer. 1, 2, 3, 4. I teleport here,
Okay.
and I pull the artificer 2 over here.
Can't pull it past you. You can only pull it up to you.
I teleport it to an adjacent square.
Yeah, okay, that works.
Yeah, basically I'm teleporting it adjacent to me there, and I'm doing the second attack against Artificer 1. That'll be 29 versus AC.
Yeah. No, he's not. He's not blowing the place up. Yeah.
Quick
Oh,
question.
I thought he was.
No, nobody
And-
did a sending ritual to him.
And 20
Oh.
fire damage on Artificer 1, spiked up with Practice Killer. For the additional 9, so that's 29 damage on him. We had not had a milestone. We didn't have a second milestone, so that should be...
No, not yet.
Yeah, and that should be it then. All right.
Do you have your damage yet?
What do the things like Power Strike and Furious Assault have
Yes.
to still be rolled?
Yes.
No. Those are
No,
maximized.
those are maximized. Anything with the attack is maximized.
That's
Yeah,
what
the
I
only thing you need to
just
roll
needed
is
to
any
know.
crit dice with the weapon or any damage that's granted directly by the crit.
He doesn't have a crit dice because he's using a challenger
Right.
weapon.
That's right.
Actually, I do because it's a high crit weapon.
Right, it's just a single weapon die.
Right.
All right, roll. Let me know what it is. Gestalt.
Right. What's even in this room?
These guys are grouped together for your Gestalt.
Okay, can I see Constructor Swarm 2 from here? If I peer around Malik.
Move one more over. You'll
Have
be
to
able
be
to.
here.
Yeah, you can go inside if you want. You can get them all.
Okay.
And see 'em all.
Oh, fuck, I need to see the grid.
Oh shoot, I should have done my mark. I forgot.
Okay, if I drop the Thunderbomb here, I'll be able to hit 3 of these swarms. So 4, 3, and 2.
Well, I'm jumping in there in a second, so.
So
Yeah, yeah.
Thunderbomb, 3, so 2, 3, and 4.
Virtue
Missing
flex.
3. Misses 4, probably.
Nah, misses 2. Or, yeah, misses 3. 25.
No, it's 2, 3, 4. The 18 is 4.
Top to bottom.
Okay.
So 25 damage.
Then I don't think... No, we don't have an action point back.
There you go.
Do you have your damage yet?
And it
You
hit
put it in the chat.
85 damage.
85 damage, that was the 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
85. Well, he's bloodied as fuck. Olivia Belmont.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Ooh, somebody's gonna get swarmed.
Well, Bear comes in before me, or before they go. And I'm going to bring in my spirit over here. And I'm going to attack, actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go, I was right here, I believe. That was right there. I'm actually going to hold my turn
You mean...
And
Yep.
till after,
After Varric?
the Reconstructors.
Oh, after them?
Yep.
Okay. Varric.
I think I can make a charge from here.
All you need is 2 squares to be out.
And this is going to be against 2, so I'm charging at 2.
Okay.
Does that hit?
23 versus AC?
Yeah.
That's a negative.
Whatever. Still marking.
Okay.
24 versus AC doesn't hit either, right?
24, no.
Okay.
Constructors.
You can override any of them if you wish.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just marking them so they don't flee.
2. Damned.
I really need to not have that slow of reflux. That'd be nice.
Critical hit on Malik. Doesn't do much damage, but still.
Okay.
Does Malik mitigate all that damage?
It's not...
It doesn't say
all
nec-
but 2.
Okay.
Who do I want to do with what now? Gestalt, 27 versus your will. Ooh, that's a miss.
Yep.
Hey, buddies.
Or try to nom me. Aww. It's trying to nom.
I have a really bad feeling about this.
That's +2 for Envoy, but still a miss. 32 versus you. You are slowed.
Who would have fucking guessed? My
You take
fucking God.
You take 7 damage. Your slowed save ends.
Oh no, I'm slowed.
Oh no.
Olivia Belmonto.
Alright, I'm going to provoke opportunity attacks for those 2 there.
I don't know if you want to do that.
Yes, I do.
All right, Swarm of Claws.
There's a conga line.
That's 2 people there. That's 2 people there.
Okay, so I only get
Top
hit
is
by-
always Gestalt. Bottom is going to be Olivia.
Alright, so I just take 9 ongoing.
I take no damage.
And then
Oh, wait, this is necrotic shit.
Nope.
then I'm going to use Divine Power. It's going to be against Reconstructor 2, 2, 3, and 1. So
That's still-
2, 3, 1, 26, 25, and 18.
Close burst.
Yes.
Okay, that's gonna take full damage.
It's going to be 9 damage for the 2 who are hit.
Okay, which 2 were hit again?
Is 2, 2,
Yeah,
and 3.
I just needed to know which ones they were, so they were
Yeah,
9 damage.
2 and 3 are hit were 9 radiant damage. I'm going to push them both 1 square. And Envoy, Varrig, Gestalt and myself gain a +2 bonus to AC for the rest of the encounter,
Woo!
and I gain regenerate 5 while bloodied.
5! Okay.